All right, I had to get my Bible for this one. Where medical dictionary. Oh, we're cooked.
A few moments later.
Thank you, Lord. Starting to realize we're having less Bibles in here. Are we becoming heathens in this household? Today's video. I entered America's most feared satanic cult. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into today.
There are more than 700,000 people in America who identify as Satanists. Many of its members belong to the Satanic Temple, a real place in Massachusetts who turned the devil into the ultimate symbol of resistance. But what do Satanists actually believe in? Is it a religion, an anti-culture movement, or maybe even a cult?
The world is ours.
I'm about to head straight into the belly of the beast, the Satanic Temple, and to get access, I'm meeting up with Sandora, who identifies as a real satanic witch.
To the ultimate white people adventures. Things that I would never see black people doing. I would never do this. Never even think about it. Never even crossed my mind. That's why y'all exist, man. That's why he exists. Guys like him.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Do you mind showing me your house?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool.
So right now we're in the living room. Try to do like this kind of monochromy burgundy and black situation.
Looks wonderful. So Anton LaVey, to my knowledge, he is like the founder of the Satanic Church.
Yeah, he was founder of the Church of Satan. It was founded in 1966 in San Francisco, California. The Satanic Bible was published in 1969, and that is basically the book that everyone reads as
They have their own Bible?
becoming a baby Satanist, and it lays the ground lines for Satanism. Basically what Satanism is, self-empowerment. Yes, it's called Satan because Satan represents carnal desire. He represents the rebel. We embrace sexuality. We embrace sensuality. We also embrace humanism. We have empathy. We're very sensitive people, but also if you smite me on one cheek, I'll smash you on the other. I think that the word Satan scares people. When we say hail Satan, we say hail thyself.
Hail Satan! Hail Satan!
Xandor, that's Anton's middle name.
Is that where you get your name from?
When I started doing fetish modeling, I had to come up with a pseudonym.
Oh.
So I came up with Xandora.
What's your relationship to him?
I was married to his grandson, Stanton, but I was a Satanist and Xandora before I met his grandson.
Interesting.
This is my bedroom. Welcome. I bid you welcome. So this is my broom. This is really special to me. My best friend, Christine, hi Christine, she makes these with her witch co-op. It's symbolic to me. It's like from nature.
Oh no, she one of them witches. I dated a girl. She used to do. She did one like tarot, the tarot cards on me. And you know I'm not thinking nothing of it. But then she just goes like deeper into her history with this evil dark magic, and she's like, yeah, I got this dark magic wand. What? Are you Voldemort? What do you mean you have a wand? I'm not sure what she was doing with this, but she also said her father had it. I guess it like ran in a family. Just these dark magic wands that she had. Never been the same since.
Made from a witch for a witch. I think that's special. Too delicate to fly. And then out the window, my front yard.
I think she also said she had made like voodoo dolls as well, if I'm not mistaken. She was crazy. There it was father.
The power of Christ compels you, my nigga.
It's a graveyard. The little old lady that is my
That thing was
landlord
far.
was like, you know, I do have to be honest. You know, there's a graveyard up front in the front yard and it's been turning some people off. And I was like on the phone going, I've always loved cemeteries. Everywhere I go, I will always visit a cemetery. I don't know, it's just kind of relaxing. I like to look at people's last names, look at the stories on their tombstones, kind of celebrate who they were, even though I didn't know them. I've tried to look some of these people up, but I haven't had any luck. I do research people on graveyards and tombstones all the time.
You told me you haven't cursed someone in a long time, and like the thought of you cursing someone is really interesting to me. How do you curse people? And I would not want to be the one that is being cursed.
Sometimes curses can be in the form of rituals, but sometimes it could be in a form of just manifesting. I like to call it manifesting, but I also do compassion rituals. I do those most of the time.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
A lot of people are familiar with Christianity, right?
Sure.
If you're a Christian and you pray for someone and you're putting that energy towards them and they get better, you're like, oh, yay, Jesus. Same kind of thing, I'm doing my compassion ritual. What is my intent? What kind of energy do I want to bring to that person? What kind of wealth do I want to bring to them? And I put that out into the atmosphere. I put that in my energy towards them.
It's been very interesting to learn about Sandora and her beliefs, but now she's going to take me to downtown Beverly to teach me more about the history of witchcraft in Massachusetts. Has anybody ever asked you to put them in touch with the devil?
Massachusetts. Isn't that where the Salem witch trials were? Hell no.
I'm online. I can't do that, that's not the brand of Satanism that I'm peddling,
There's a church right here, there's a church right there, and there's a church right there. We are in a land of churches.
We are.
All these churches around us, they believe that the devil is like sin and bad.
I've had friends that didn't realize that I was a Satanist because it's not something I just say, hey, I'm Sandora, I'm a Satanist, And they have found out eventually and just not been my friend.
Right.
And it's like, well, I'm a good person. Why wouldn't you be my friend just because of what I believe in?
Right.
You believed in Christianity and I was fine with it, but that's life.
They are normal people. I actually worked with a white bisexual coworker that I used to battle rap sometimes. And cool guy. You would never know that he was a fucking Satanist.
Maybe they're not my friend anyway. Oh, I love this. And I love how they have the stories.
Here lies the body of Reverend and Joel Hale.
This is John Hill. This is the guy that was with the witch trial guy. We just randomly...
No way.
Yes! That is crazy that we just... I haven't seen this yet, and I've been wanting to come here. Whoa!
We just randomly pulled up to a random graveyard and we found... Whoa.
Yeah, his wife was accused of witchcraft. He persecuted the witches, and he was the one that retracted his statement saying, this was hysteria, we shouldn't have believed these kids. This is wrong, but only when this happened to him.
That's bizarre.
Isn't that a crazy story?
That's the first grave we went to.
I was like, look at this!
There's like 100 gravestones here. Wow. Back in 1692, in colonial Massachusetts, hundreds of women were accused of being witches. Neighbors turned on each other, fear spread like wildfire, and by the end, 20 people were hanged, crushed, or left to die in prison. It remains one of the most infamous moral panics in American history. To learn more, we're meeting up with one of Sandora's friends.
That had to have been one of the craziest times in history, bro. And I'm not even joking. That had to have been one of the craziest times in history. What do you mean they told you I was a witch? And now I'm about to get executed? Why am I being beheaded? That was a crazy time, bro. You're telling me a nigga could just say, I saw them doing witchcraft. Huh? He speaks with the devil every day. Huh? And I'm beheaded?
Named Adam.
Tabitha, the woman that was brought here by the owner of this house, and the two kids had accused her of being a witch. This is where it all started.
You're a satanic witch. What are the other kinds of witches?
There are thousands of different types of witches.
Right.
There are white witches, gray magic, black magic, right? Those are your three kind of basis of...
My ex had black magic. She had black magic. That shit was fire.
And anyone can claim themselves as a satanic witch. How do you...
I think anybody can say that they're a witch, right? I've put in the work to be a witch, first of all. I feel like I was born a witch. I will die a witch. At 13, I started reading about occultism and things like that and started doing little rituals and building that. And throughout my lifetime, You know, I use practical magic on a daily basis. I use manifestation for everything in my life.
How do you feel in here?
I feel really great. It feels really powerful hearing what Zandora has
Yeah.
just said, because she's accurate, right?
Wait, is manifestation a part of witchcraft? Because a lot of girls talk about manifesting and all this other stuff. That's all I hear them talk about.
Witchcraft and Satanism is that it's really what works for you and how it works to help other people in the process. Satanism isn't about murdering things, hurting people. It's about
I'm gonna cut you off. It's a misconception that people think it's all about death and drinking blood and killing
Yeah,
people.
it
Like
is.
that's what people think.
That's
and,
the movies.
And you must put, that's what Hollywood does. And you must struggle if you go somewhere random and you're alone and you're trying to explain this to someone.
It is.
They will almost always like, you're joking. Or this.
Legacy media likes to play this part where
Yeah.
it's this theatrical thing
Right.
where, oh, there's devil worshippers, let's go follow that and let's hype it up so it looks like they're terrible people that are going to do this, but they're really behind something that is so positive and has nothing to do
What
with
is the core
people
belief?
think.
Is it almost
I understand that, but if your whole core or the image that you're portraying yourself is Satan, it's kind of hard for people to just be like, oh yeah, I'd love to do that. It's Satan. What do you mean? Of course there's going to be a misconception. You can't brand yourself like that. Imagine being a perfume company and on the bottle the whole image of your whole brand is dog shit. What do you think people are gonna think? You gotta do some better branding, man.
like anti-society belief? Is it anti-religion? Like what?
Satanism is a para-religion, which means it's an alternative to religion. There's like a lifestyle Satanist, right, that believes in the core basis of Satanism. A lot of people call it a religion because it's the Church of Satan, the
Right.
Satanic Temple. So it's been there for me every day of my
Right.
life. So to me, I would
Are
consider
there like prayers
it
like
that
in
way.
Judaism we light the candles for Shabbat? Is there something like that in Satanism?
Oh, we have rituals for sure. We have 3 major types of rituals in LaVeyan Satanism: lust, compassion, and destruction. You'll see these like very theatrical themes,
Yeah.
but the reason that they're theatrical is because for a curse or a compassion ritual to work, everybody has to be on the same energy level. And adding that part of theatricalness to it makes the energy of that ritual higher. It makes it stronger. Yes, you can do a ritual without lighting a candle, and that's more of a manifestation, right?
Before coming to Massachusetts, I had no idea what Satanism was about. But with Sandora as my guide, I now understand that most Satanists are atheists, which means they don't believe in anything supernatural. They're more like artists or activists than they are devil worshippers. I can't wait to meet real believers at the Satanic Temple. But first, we can't leave without visiting the famous graveyard. Hey guys, just want to take a quick second to thank the sponsor of this video, Opus Clip. Since I'm always traveling around the world, staying consistent with posting is really tough. 50% off for 3 months. All right, now let's head back to Massachusetts to meet more Satanists.
So this, where we're taking you right now, is the most haunted cemetery in Salem.
Really?
Yes, this is where Mr. Giles was a victim of the Salem witchcraft hysteria, was crushed to death.
So when you say haunted, like, do you think it's haunted? Like, do you
this-
feel something different in here?
This is what people say because back then, you know, they crushed him to death. 15% of the people that are buried.
Oh my gosh. This had to be the worst time to be alive. Crushed to death?
Here were crushed to death.
So, you know, a lot of people, myself included, are very scared of death and we don't like to think about it. What does death mean to you?
In Satanism,
That's a good
the
question.
reason we celebrate ourselves is because this is the only life you got. When you die, you're dead. There's no heaven, glory bright, and no hell where sinners roast, right? Basically, make the best of your life. If you're gonna be an asshole, apologize. Be a hedonist with responsibility.
What does hedonist mean?
If you want to have sexual freedom, if you want to party on the weekends, you want to be a weekend warrior, you go do that. But get to your actual life too, right?
You're personally not scared of death. You embrace death.
I've had a lot of my friends die. My ex-husband's dead. So, you know, it took me a while to process all these deaths because they happened all so suddenly.
Right.
And that's it for me, you know? Like, I'll never see those people again. To me, that is the last that I will ever hear from those people.
Right.
And that's, I think, what makes me the saddest.
Yeah, that is sad.
Because life is for the living. Depends on what you believe in, where you're gonna go, but I think that we go in the ground or we get spread into the air or into the sea.
So Satanists in general don't believe in heaven or hell?
Absolutely not. We don't believe in Satan. Satan is a metaphor.
So why is it
Oh my gosh. Why is this religion so deep? They don't even believe in Satan. A Satanist doesn't even believe in Satan.
Satanism? It's confusing.
It really is, right?
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword. Satan represents personal freedom.
That's what you believe in?
Yes. People say, oh, it's a religion or it's a philosophy. You could say it's a little bit of both. But what Satanism gives you is that freedom to be yourself. Like, yes, there's some guidelines to Satanism, but you can be you.
I don't believe in the actual devil at all. I've been actually close to death many times where I've had 30 intubated surgeries, several scars.
30? Wow.
Yeah, my whole leg is completely just
Really?
messed up. Yeah.
I was wondering why bro was walking like that. He was walking a little strange. He was walking like he was trying to walk normal and do crip walk at the same time. It looked like bro wanted to, like, you know when somebody's like ready to jump in on the jump rope? That's what he was like. That's how he was walking.
Damn, sorry to hear that.
It's just, I mean,
It all makes sense now.
I had my entire leg taken out
Dude.
Oh
hit
my
by a
God.
car when I was 20 years old. And I mean, I had 4 rods put in because one of them snapped. And
I'm sorry to hear
And
all
he's
that.
strong.
so
He's
I
stronger than
could've
anyone I've ever
gone
met.
to Christianity at that time, but I decided to stay with, no, you are, with Satanism.
Wow, I
and
mean, I would have never known. You're walking fine, you're...
Yeah,
He's not walking far.
I had people coming over trying to preach to me in the hospital, tell me that, you know, God really was on your side. That's why you survived this accident. of being
And you're
hit by a
thinking
car."
like, no?
I'm like, I really want to get the out of here.
Yeah, science saved you.
Yeah.
Science saved
Like,
you.
painkillers.
Do you say to them, like, you just keep it in your head, like, about God? You're just like,
I listen to them, and I
Yeah.
listen to why they believe in God and why it helps them guide themselves through personal problems.
The devil, Satan, like, you go to hell. You guys don't believe in that. So what's this?
No.
What's going on here?
I think hell is on earth. Like, hell is what you make of it, right? Like, if you're having a shitty time, I consider that to be hell.
Yeah.
If you're here and you're having a great time, that's your heaven, right?
We're in downtown Salem, and it's really cool. I really feel like I'm in Boston because of the brick buildings, and every sign I'm seeing is literally witch.
Magic.
Magic. Haunted. You said I love that.
There's a huge misconception about Satanists and the Satanic Temple and what they have to offer. And I think Satanists and people that care about the Satanic Temple and support it just care about supporting other people. Honestly, my wife and I, we moved here like 2 years ago and immediately noticed a huge community shift here. There's a huge sense of community, a big sense of care for one another. Everyone talks to each other. Everyone's really welcoming. And that was one of the very first, I mean, you noticed that at the grocery store here. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I want you to meet my friend.
Hi, I'm Sandora, you satanic witch.
Oh, purr! We love that.
Why do you love that?
I was born here, and I love everything with witches and stuff.
Really?
Yes, it's so cool.
That's so cute. How about y'all? How y'all feel about
I feel like it's
witchcraft?
cool. Like
Yeah,
all the
that's your
history.
vibe,
Right,
yeah,
like
it's really
cool.
I mean, I believe like strongly with witchcraft and like the crystals and like the tarot cards and all that. I grew up like that with my mom and stuff. So.
Yeah, you have a natural witch vibe to you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye. Is your family supportive of you and your beliefs?
They have never said shit to me about my beliefs. They're really cool with it. I don't have a very good relationship with my mom, but when I did, she was very supportive. And I talk to my dad sometimes. I'll tell him about it, but he might not see it. He has gotten the brunt of being my father and me being an erotica model. One time I was in Playboy.
You were?
Now my dad doesn't order Playboys ever again.
Does he sell you?
Yeah.
Do you
I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say.
enjoy performing on stage?
I'll leave it
I
alone.
love performing. That's my ritual. Like, that is the ultimate ritual.
That's what gets
to
you
me.
going.
But as soon as I step on the stage and I see the lights come on and the curtain
I love that.
spread, I go to a different place.
What do you think about blood sucking?
I don't suck people's blood. That sounds really dangerous.
That
But
would-
if you're into it, hey, and the other person is consenting, I don't have a problem with it. As long as there's consent, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Thank-
If you agree to something, that's consensual.
Agree.
That's
I agree to that.
Consensual is sexy. Consent is sexy.
Consent is very sexy.
Yeah.
Amen. Behind me is the Satanic Temple. And what's kind of crazy is it's located inside of a neighborhood. There's literally houses like everywhere around us. What is it like to live next to the Satanic Temple?
They're good neighbors. They don't bring any issues to our area. It's the fanatics that come and are disruptive, but they've been fantastic neighbors. They're not Satanists.
They're not
That's the thing.
Tell me more. I'm interested. What do you mean?
They're not Satanists.
Why?
They
not.
believe in equality for everyone.
They do.
Yeah,
Everyone equal ground for
So
everyone.
who's a Satanist?
no one.
No.
The bottom line is the Satanic Temple is named as such to be shocking, to get the known, to make
It's clickbait. All of it is clickbait. That is so crazy.
people react. They're all about rights for all. And, you know, whenever some state wants to put the 10 Commandments in
Yeah.
school, the Satanic Temple is right there going, wait a minute, no, we're all the same. That means you have to put a Baphomet
You're right.
statue.
So you think it's all kind of for show? For
I think
stage?
it is. The name, not the movement. I think they're very sincere about having equal freedoms
Sure.
and religions
Agreed.
throughout the country. But yeah, the name, it's shock value. Some of the people who want to look at it as something different in other parts of the country, it's unfortunate.
It's something easy to latch.
You know what's crazy? I actually had another coworker that was a white Satan. I didn't like him as much, but he was a chill guy. Interesting. Why do I keep running into these people?
Onto.
It is. It's an easy thing to
As
hate.
an outsider, like it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Why do we watch scary movies? Why do we watch serial killers?
Exactly.
It's refreshing to meet the normal residents of Salem and see what they think of Satanism. But now's the moment I've been waiting for. We are about to step inside the actual Satanic Temple. It's strictly forbidden to take photos or videos here, so we're lucky that Sandora got us permission.
Here we are with modern Satanism with the Satanic Temple. Want to come on in?
Let's go inside.
Let's go. They have seasonal artists come here and they curate these beautiful art pieces. And then you have sigil work, right? So like sigil work is really important to ritualist Satanists. And some people have their own sigils. Some people go off of sigils like the Baphomet. So basically this sigil that I have is called the Satanic Power Symbol, and it was Anton LaVey's personal symbol. So it's a inverted star with a lightning bolt in it, and that lightning bolt goes downwards because it grounds you as a Satanist. They all mean something different to everyone, so yeah.
Wait, so is this more of an art museum or a temple?
Right now, it's the daytime, so they gotta make money, honey. When they turn the lights down, that's when the magic happens. And
I thought I was following along. I think I'm more lost now. Because the whole branding is Satan, but they don't believe in Satan. They have a Bible of guidelines to follow, but they're not really a religion. I think I'm confused. Is there not like a subsection or like a different variant of this satanic religion? Because aren't there real devil worshippers out there? What do they call themselves? I have too many questions that I don't think I want to know the answer to.
speaking of the magic,
This is the Baphomet right here, designed by Mark
Satan.
Porter in Florida, of all places. We have some people that had donated, if you come look on the back, in the secret spot that nobody looks at.
so basically the Baphomet originally was created by a occultist called Eliphas Levi. He
Like, do you see this?
was the first person to draw the Baphomet, not with the little children, that's added on by the Satanic Temple. But Baphomet was basically trans, right? It had this male body of a goat, but he also has boobies.
Yeah.
And this one doesn't have boobies.
No.
To me, the Baphomet represents a lot of different things. It represents to me like the duality of just being a human, right? Like especially nowadays, everyone's sexuality and like preferences on blast. Like I think that all of us have some feminine and male divine energy within us. And I think the Baphomet represents that.
Hail Satan. How does one become a Satanist?
Satanists are born, not made. When I first read the Satanic Bible at 13, it made sense to me. And then when I read the Satanic Witch, it really started to make sense to me because I never read an occult book that was written for women. That really solidified me as being a satanic witch. It taught me how to use my attributes and my sexuality and my sensuality. And even if people think I'm dumb, let them think you're dumb because you can use it to your advantage.
It's crazy to me how publicly the Satanic Church operates in this day and age. Because back in the 80s and 90s, a wave of fear called the Satanic Panic swept across America.
Warning signs of satanic behavior may be apparent.
People believed there were secret cults abusing kids, performing rituals, and hiding in plain sight.
Smurfs carry a homosexual connotation in that most of them are male.
I believe so.
None of it was ever proven, but that didn't stop the media, the courts, and the churches from turning it into a full-blown hysteria, not unlike the witch trials or communist Red Scare.
So what happened to Anton LaVey during this time is basically they almost destroyed the Church of Satan. And it's really important that we take a moment to focus on this because this place wouldn't be here if he didn't fight for Satanism during that time.
Do you think there'll be another Satanic Panic?
I hope not in my lifetime, but if it is, honey, I'm coming. I'm gonna come for you. Find me, fight me.
I love that.
The Satanic Temple uses art as well to make a political statement, right? It's not about you. There's not a Satanist that you've met in your life probably, or even a trans person or someone that thinks differently that's done something bad to you. You know, I'm not here to do anything bad to anyone. I'm actually doing very good positive things.
This is why I think racism is so stupid. If you're not gonna like somebody, not like them because they're a bad person. What does all these other things have to do with anything? That is so dumb to me. I never understood that.
In the world, and I don't judge you, so please don't judge me. And we can all get along. So that's how I kind of feel about it. And hail Satan. When Satanism was created in the 60s, you have to think of the climate. That 1966 in San Francisco was free. Sexuality is a part of our rituals, sexual freedom, you know, like if someone comes up to me and they're a sex worker, cool, I don't have any, you know, beef with that. Like whatever sexual empowerment makes you great as long as you're not like going behind somebody's back and their husband or something, you know, like let's not do that, it's not cool. I'm probably not gonna judge you, but I take sexualism from Satanism and I definitely use it as a ritual on stage as a burlesque dancer. One of my most famous acts is me stripping as a stripping devil. When I was in high school, I ended up getting arrested for something that I did in school because I was gothic and I had serial killers A to Z in my book bag and the Satanic Bible and some Marilyn Manson lyrics. I became a victim of the Satanic Panic. They shipped me to a mental institution for 3 months, trying to whitewash me of Satanism. We'll see how that worked, right? When I got in probation, a part of my probation was that I had to have normal hair color and I couldn't wear any black. Yes, they can actually do that there. And the day that my probation was over, I dyed my hair black. I was wearing like vinyl to school. And then the officer that arrested me somehow ended up coming to my school and saying, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And said, oh, I'm concerned about you. They called me and told me that you went back to yourself today. And I was like, yeah, myself. And he basically sat me down and took Polaroid photos of me for his book on cults that he was going to write. And from that day forward, I never went to high school again. Because my mom came and signed me out, and I got my GED, and
they need to lock Mr. Johnson up. Whoever she's talking about, they need to lock him up.
I left school
immediately
because of the way that I was treated.
It makes you stronger.
It does. If that didn't change me, nothing will, sweetheart.
So the word cult gets thrown around a lot. Not only with Satanism, with everything. Everything's a cult, everything's a cult.
The word occult scares people, and I think the word cult has been overused so much also by the media. A cult is a group of people that believe and have esoteric beliefs of one thing or another. It doesn't have to be one specific thing. A cult is just a umbrella statement, right? Cult, it didn't come from Manson, but Manson made it popular in modern times. So when you look at me, do you think of Charles Manson?
No.
Thank you.
You're not a serial killer.
I'm not.
What is the difference between a cult and a religion? The main difference is that cults are typically characterized by controlling leaders and isolationist practices, while religion are generally more established, open, and socially integrated with long history and open, public, benefit-oriented use of donations. Cults are often defined by their unique and sometimes extreme beliefs and rituals devoted to a specific leader or goal. Religion can be considered the successful mainstream version of a cult, according to some definitions. Interesting.
The people I met today in Massachusetts are thoughtful, organized, and they stand up for something bigger than themselves. And I gotta say, it really isn't that strange after all.
You shitting me, nigga. Still not doing this, nigga. I don't care what they telling me. This is what I'm thinking. Like, what they could be saying could be true. And it could be a cover-up. It could be a pump fake. You know what I'm saying? They trying to like, oh, you know, it's a misconception. It's a misconception. And then when you fall for the pump fake and you dive into it, you're drinking a blood. I should probably not say that on YouTube. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. There's nothing good in evil. Interesting how, on one hand, she claims she exists in this world to do positive things, but the role models she kept in her backpack were serial killers. It's interesting. How can you not believe in supernatural powers like God and the devil, but you practice magic? That is also interesting. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke. There's always comments like this. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. It doesn't matter what the video is about. There's always a comment like that. Them, hell Satan. Me, hell nah. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Yeah.